This is a lovely peaceful spot, isn't it? Wow, what a great day. Okay, let's have a think. Where are all the questions? A lot of people ask me to say specific words. Return of the Biker wants me to say Schwarzkopf. Yeah, I can do that one. Schwarzkopf. He says, my kids who are native German speakers born and raised in Germany always laugh when I pronounce it. And he says, do you and Phil have any yearnings to return to the Isle of Man? You both should have been in the pay of the tourist board. I would love to go back to the Isle of Man. I think I've said it before that if I had the money and the time and the kids could come with us and definitely be safe from the racing bikes, then I would go tomorrow. I would bloody love to go to the Isle of Man again. Unfortunately, you know, when you have kids, you're always thinking, you know, is this holiday suitable for them to like be walking around all that time, and are they going to be safe from the bikes on the road? I think they have to be a bit older for them to be safe. So yeah, we would love to go back to the Isle of Man. Phil would too, I'm pretty sure. But I'm sure we'll get there again one day when the kids are a bit older. Anneke says, Fragen für dein... When you say Q&A in German, is it literally Q&A? Is that how you say it? Q&A? Hat sich deine Sicht auf das Motorradfahren verändert, seitdem du Kinder hast? Und warum ist deine was ist deine Lieblings 125er? Liebe Grüße aus München. Ich hoffe, wir sehen uns in diesem Jahr. So she's asked my favourite 125. 125er is 125. It's much easier to say in English, isn't it? It's much less of a mouthful. My favourite 125 would probably be a KTM. I really like the look of the KTM 125s, like the Duke or the RC. My favourites. I think the RC looks beautiful. I still think she looks beautiful. Even from the front, I think she looks beautiful. Everyone else is like, but she's got funny eyes. And I'm like, yeah, but I've got funny nose. She's still beautiful. And how has my view changed since I've got kids, like of motorbike riding? It's changed a lot actually, because I know that I've got some people that really depend on me and would be devastated if I didn't come home. It's not changed just my view of motorbike riding, it's changed my whole view of life. As you probably know, Anneke, because I know Annike's got kids too. So yeah, I think I'm more careful. I ride much slower. I don't take as many risks, like going around corners that I can't see. I am more careful now than I used to be. I used to just be like, it's gonna go around the corner, woo! And now I'm like, there could be something around there that I might crash into. I'm gonna slow down. Maybe that's just part of getting older as well though. I am 34 now. Krusty Biker, which is a great name, has said, bloody hell, because I'm an infrequent viewer, you seem to be an infrequent poster. I haven't seen any videos since you moved from the UK. Oh, he's not actually asked a question. In the comments, someone called Becky has said, I'm surely late to ask questions now. You're not. I'm very, very late in making this video. I'm surely late to ask questions now, but I'm English and I used to live in Finland. Eventually I ended up speaking a mixture of the two languages. Are you heading that way? It kind of sounds like you might be. Yeah, I guess in my head, when you learn a new language and you can speak it practically fluently, then obviously not like a native speaker, but still fluently, like you know what you're going to say without having to think about it, then these words just pop into your head because they're there in your head ready for when you need them. And so I do find, like, so if I can't think of the name of something in English, then it does just, because it's already there in my head in German, then I will just say it if it's to Phil. Whereas like if I'm speaking to someone who's English, which doesn't happen that often anymore, then I will sit there and think about the actual word, but yeah, the words are just there, aren't they? They're just there in my head, so I'm just using them. But yeah, my kids definitely do the same thing. They do a mixture of the two languages. If anyone else speaks two languages, comment what two languages fluently, or they live in another country and they're English and they're not speaking English all the time. Please comment and tell me, do you do the same thing? Like, do you just sit there and you've lost an English word, but in the other language it's just there waiting, it's just sitting there like, yeah, choose me, say me. I'm also a word, and I mean the same thing. Okay, the Indian says, you need to see this year's Moto GP World Championship and choose who would win this year. Oh, look at that car. Cool car. I think maybe like Bezzecchi could win it this year. Who's won today? Because it's Moto GP today. I don't have any internet. I can't see who's won today. Oh no. Who do I think is going to win? You know what? Anyone on a KTM. I just want anyone on a KTM to win. That's who I want to win. Will Marquez be world champion? No. Or have a comeback? No. I know it's pretty late since all of these. It says 5 months ago this question was said to me, and now I'm doing this video 5 months down the line, and Marquez has not made a comeback, so I don't think he's going to make any comeback. And the Indian says try a Zero SR or Energica Evo for a ride. Try the new BSA and 650 Interceptor. The trouble is, if I want to try bikes, I have to ride really far away, and that means more time away from my kids. And they've already got daddy time at the moment because I'm out riding. I don't think I can try any. I would love to try more bikes, but I just can't. I just don't have the time at the moment. I would love to though. I would really love to try an electric bike because I've never tried one before. That would be cool. Tour Hunter, is that supposed to say? Fürs Aussprechen, was Motorradmäßiges Saisonkennzeichen. Saisonkennzeichen, okay? Got it. So he said, for saying out loud something about motorbikes. We don't have that in English, do we? Saisonkennzeichen. So it's seasonal number plate on your bike. I don't think we have that in England. Anyway. And another one, he says, Frage, wie kommst du so mit der fränkischen Mentalität und dem Essen zurecht? Oh, das ist ja schon eher auf der herzhafteren Seite des Lebens. Are you meaning it's saucy? So the food here where I'm living at the moment, this is loud. I don't actually try a lot of the food where I'm living at the moment because I don't eat meat. I stopped eating meat 5.5 years ago, and I haven't since then. And yeah, lots of the food here is very meaty food. See, I don't actually eat any of the local dishes apart from like Catw salad, like potato salad. Do love a good potato salad. In fact, I really do like potato salad. But I only really like potato salad if Phil makes it. Phil makes a really good potato salad, so I'm going to have to get him to make another one soon. I think we have all the stuff that we need for potato salad. We've got potatoes, which are important for potato salad, and we've got, what are they called? Spring onions, which are important, and pickles, we've got them too. Tomorrow, Phil. A question from Night Owl. What apart from your family is the best thing about living in Germany? What about the UK do you miss, if anything? I do miss quite a lot of things about England. I think I've said this before, that I do miss the sea. I miss people just being around me, speaking English. My old job, like people, like being able to speak English at work. Miss that. Miss working. So I'm a mother at the moment, and I am going to start working soon though in September. My little girl gets a place in the kindergarten, in like nursery school here, and then I can start going out again, doing stuff and having work colleagues. I miss that. I do miss having work colleagues. The accents, like all the different English accents, like Scottish accent, Irish accent, Cornish, Devon, that kind of West Country accent. I miss all the accents and the humour as well. I do miss the English humour sometimes, like I don't know, like sarcastic, not in your face humour. I don't know, I just miss. There are quite a lot of things I do miss about England, but there are quite a lot of things in Germany that I also really like. So it's like, I guess I've got the best of both worlds, haven't I? I've got all the memories of all the good things in England in here, and then I get to experience all the good things of Germany at the same time. Ollie, he says, welche Gründe findest du für dich, eine Motorradausfahrt zu machen? Beispielsweise zum Üben, Freunde zu treffen und so weiter. When I've had enough sleep, there's someone there to look after the kids, nice weather, basically everything that's happened today to help me get out for a ride. Enough sleep is the biggest thing, because without enough sleep I do not feel safe enough to ride my bike. I can't enjoy it either, because when you've not had enough sleep, you just can't think, can you? It's like you're hungover all day or something. Right, next question. Semi K77. Hi, veranstaltet ihr mal ein kleines Treffen, jetzt wo ihr wieder mehr in der Mitte des Landes wohnt? Yeah, that would be cool. So we could do a meetup here in Germany, because there are quite a few motorbikey. I've driven past one today. What's it called? Bayerische Schanz. That's a really good like motorbikey meetup place because they've got plenty of space up there, and they've got food and toilets and drink and good roads. It just takes organisation, doesn't it? And then again, I don't know when I'm going to have enough sleep and feel like doing that, because also if I've not had enough sleep, I just don't feel like meeting up with people. It's another thing. I just feel like staying at home and just being like, ooh, and just getting more sleep. Yeah, so that's a difficult one. Maybe next year, if my little girl keeps sleeping really well, like she is now, if she keeps sleeping really well into next year, then next year we can definitely do a meetup. That would be really fun, wouldn't it? I'm gonna move over a bit so you can see my bike. I don't get to look at her often either because she's in the garage a lot. Okay, next question. Oh right, Weem has got something for me to say. He says, Pumpernickel. Pumpernickel, is it right? Isn't it? Is it Pumpernickel? Pumpernickel? It's a type of bread, right? Gerald's garage? Gerald's garage? Or it could be German, like Gerald's Garage? I don't know. Say Duzenflieger. What's that? What's Duzenflieger? I don't know. Right, question from Richard Lee. He says, do you keep in touch with Spicy? No, and there are many reasons for that, which are all quite stupid, and I miss Spicy a lot. Right, next question. Mein Pups stinkt. My question for the Q&A ist Phil ein guter Liebhaber und kauft immer die richtigen Produkte im Supermarkt oder muss man alles sehr genau aufschreiben? Most of the time, Phil buys the right things in the supermarket, like most people. There are times, and I've done this too, where we buy the wrong things. It just happens, doesn't it? You just go around the supermarket grabbing things, putting it in the trolley. Sometimes it's the wrong thing. This happens to everybody. He is still the best husband in the world, so it doesn't make a difference to that if someone makes a mistake at the supermarket. Right, my favourite German word is Verböserung. That's from Arne. Gizmo84. My question is, how long did it take the cats to adjust to meowing in German? You know what, they could do it straight away. Cats are really clever, aren't they? Matt Mutley. Great to see you back. My resolution is also to ride more. No question, but a word in German for you to try is Eichhörnchen. You know what? Eichhörnchen is one that people tend to practice, don't they? Because it's a really tricky word to say when you're first learning. So Eichhörnchen, I can do it. Eichhörnchen. AMD Semporn? Is that how you say it? I have a street name in my area that I stumbled over lately that even I struggle with pronouncing. Premonstratensestraße. I think it would be easier if it didn't have that little S sitting in there. Premonstratensestraße. Whereas if it didn't have that little S, it would be Premonstratenstraße. That would be much easier, isn't it? Much easier, isn't it? It would be much easier, isn't it? Wouldn't... Oh, fuck, I've lost my English. It would be much easier, wouldn't it? Right. Adventure Time 74. Funny Austrian word for you to pronounce. Oh, my lord. Katzelschwarf. 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 I have no idea if I'm saying that right. He says it means the tail of a squirrel. Austrian word. I'm not actually... It's funny, isn't it, when you see like couples and the ladies on the back. I can hear her like shouting in his ear the whole time. I wonder what they're talking about. Surely when you go out you're like, yeah, I just want to ride, and they're like, she's like meh, 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 in his ear. Anyway, I'm like meh, 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 in my own ears. From Grünschrat, the German word for you to pronounce, Schnurrbelskap. I don't know what that means. Schnurrbelskap. And question for the Q&A, What was your biggest culture shock in Germany? Oh man, probably the shops. It sounds really silly, but in England, if you go in a shop, then the people are always, one, happy to see you there that work in the shop, two, are nice to you and polite, three, are happy that you buy something. Here in Germany, none of these things apply. None of them. They are not happy to see you there. It feels like they don't want you to buy anything, and they are not polite. It's really odd. I find the whole thing really odd. Surely if you're a shop worker, you want people to come back to your shop, so you want to be nice to them, don't you? I don't know. That's one of the biggest culture shocks for me, was just how people behave that work in shops. Anyway, question from, this is a bikey road, isn't it? Question from It's Not an L, who used to be vitally deuterium, right? Because he's asking me a question about the Shreddies. So when I first started doing motor vlogging, there was a guy who I used to watch called Vitally Deuterium. I think that's how you say it, I'm not completely sure. And he lived in the south of France, and he said that he missed Shreddies. So I sent some from England to him, and it cost loads of money. I was really surprised how much it cost to just send Shreddies to the south of France. And I don't think there are Shreddies here either, but I haven't looked out for them in the shops because they're not my favourite, even though they are really good. Now I'm thinking about Shreddies. Now I want Shreddies, thank you. I'm gonna have to look next time. I got a funny, oh, this is Swiss shock. I got a funny word which we use here in Switzerland to make fun about Germans because they cannot pronounce it correctly. Let's give this a go then. It's called Chuchi Chesli. I'm not even sure how to I have no idea, because is this slang or something? It doesn't look like it's actually written that way. And basically it means Küchenkasten, kitchen cabinet. Maybe you're supposed to say Shushi Kesli? I have no idea. You know what would be easier? It would be easier if someone like pronounced it to me and then I tried it. I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's a good one. Georgia Grow Guy says, where's the sausage sticker on the bike? Next to the 390 on my bike, it says KTM 390, and then next to the 390 is one sausage, and I think I've got one on the other side, and then I think I've got one on my swing arm. She clearly needs more sausages. I will get on that. Gunner. He says, hier ist ein schönes Wort. Bundesausbildungsförderungsgesetz. Bundesausbildungsförderungsgesetz. Right? That's a very long word, isn't it? Wie würdest du jemandem, der kein Motorrad fährt, das Gefühl beschreiben, welches dir Motorradfahren vermittelt? Okay, so how would I describe motorbike riding to someone who's not been motorbike riding before, like the feelings? The feeling is when you're a kid and you've got this big hill in front of you and you're on your bicycle, okay, and you're going down the bicycle on this big hill and you're not pedaling and it's going faster and faster and faster, and then it feels like you're flying. That's what it feels like. Not that I've ever flown before because I cannot fly, but I just imagine that's what it would be like, okay? So like going down a hill on a bicycle, there was a big bug flying around and then I got distracted. Calvaxus. My question for Q&A is, how did you decide to move to the new place? What were the criteria? So the criteria was that it had to be in an area where we could afford to buy a house. In Munich it was impossible to afford to buy a house because houses there literally cost €1 million just for a normal house for a family. And Phil and I didn't want to be in debt for the rest of our lives just for a house like everyone else does here. We just didn't want to do that. So we decided that we were going to move somewhere a lot cheaper and then do up the house. Well, Phil's done it. I've been looking after kids and not really. I've been helping. That's helpful, looking after the kids. So we decided, yeah, to buy somewhere that was affordable and nearer his parents. His parents live near here too, in Mein Spessart. So that's why we ended up here, because it's very affordable. Beautiful roads for riding bikies is another criteria. And not a city. Like, we're not city people, are we? Oh, it's past. I should go soon. I need a wee anyway. Right, next question. Ken Haylock says, hi Ken. Now that you've given us a banging bike video, are you contractually required to spend 18 months birthing another small human then recovering before your next one? Thankfully, no, because we are planning on not having any more children. Fritz Kühne. Pros and cons living in Munich. Pro was that there was lots of work for me to do there. English speaking work. Another pro, it was a beautiful place to live. We were right on the edge of Munich, so we were right next to the countryside. There was loads of international people, like people from different places in the world. It was always really interesting to go out and meet people in Munich. I really liked all the like museums and stuff, the beautiful city that didn't really feel like a city because all the buildings weren't so tall. It's a really nice city, I love Munich. Oktoberfest was fun, and I made friends there that I really miss now. And cons of living in Munich, it was expensive. That is an expensive place to live. And we were really far away from both of our families. And what's my favourite German word I've learnt? I don't know, I'm going to have to think about that and say in another video, I think. I can't think of my favourite German word right now because I need a wee. I'm starting to get a bit distracted. And you know what, I can't go down into the forest here because there's a fence. That's annoying, isn't it? And can't just stand up and wee. Right, welche Sprache willst du noch lernen? Spanisch ist super. Welche Tipps kannst du neue Eltern geben? Wow, welche Tipps for new parents? I know everyone says this. And when you're a new parent, you're like, everyone's telling me the same thing, but they grow up so quickly, so please do just stop sometimes, give them a cuddle, sniff their heads, and enjoy that moment of them being small. Which language do I want to learn still? Sign language, like German sign language. I would really love to learn German sign language. I've started learning a few words with my girlies, my little girls. They're trying to learn it too. Spanish is a really cool language. I would like to be able to speak more Spanish. I can't speak anything at the moment, so more is better than nothing, innit? Right, King Squeak, that's a good name. My word for you is Rechtsschutzversicherungsgesellschaften. Oh my goodness. Rechtsschutzversicherungsgesellschaften. It's a good word. Right, Death to Moropolis says, nice to see you back. Meine Frage wäre, welche Musik du am liebsten hörst? Okay, when I was younger, I really liked rock music, metal music, anything with those, like, to do with those genres. And now I listen to classical music. I don't know why. At the moment, that's just what I'm listening to. It's just lots of classical music. I just really like it. Anything with like violins or cello in it or piano in it. A lot of film music, actually. I do listen to a lot of film music, like modern classical music. That makes no sense. People are doing classical music now. I don't know. I can't remember. I'll look it up and I'll write it down on the screen. Woolly Wiz, who I've met on the Isle of Man, says, Q&A, although I know your name, are you going to reveal your first name on a video, or is it the mystery of Red Renna? You know what, I like that people don't know my name on my YouTube channel, but if you meet me in real life, then I will gladly tell you my name, so do ask if you meet me in real life. I will tell you. Phil480. When you first moved to Germany, did it take you long to adjust to riding and driving on the other side of the road? It actually did. And I still make sure now that before I ride off somewhere, I am on the correct side of the road. And I think about it before I head off. I'm like, I'm in Germany, am I on the correct side of the road? And I do wonder now, if I went to England and just like headed off on the road, I probably would automatically now go on the right side. And it would take a while to switch back again, I think, to the correct side. I don't think this is really a question, but it is funny. Russ Catw says, when my father was driving an Autobahn in the 70s, he kept seeing the same amusing road sign. Must be a big city, this arse fart, he thought. You know what, my friends came to visit me here in Germany, and they said exactly the same thing when they went on the motorway here. The exit sign to exit the motorway is called Ausfahrt, but because they don't speak German, they thought, oh, it must be a really big city, this Ausfahrt. All the signs are pointing there, bloody massive. Oh, Matt Pierce says, great to see you back on the YouTube, and I've tried for years to learn German but have failed. Any tips to help not Duolingo? You know what? There's loads of tips for learning German. I could give you quite a lot of YouTube channels to have a look at. Like Easy German, DW Deutsche Welle. If you look that one up, like DW Deutsch. I can't remember what it's actually called. But they do lots of documentaries in German with subtitles. It's called Untertitel in German. I keep getting that mixed up. Yeah, I'll do a separate video about the learning German thing, okay? It's a big subject. Right, that's it. Done. That's taken me 5 months to make because I haven't been sleeping, and only now have I had the motivation and the time and the energy to do this. Goodness me, 5 months, eh? I'm super happy. I need a wee. Right, let's go look at my bikey because it's a great bikey and I don't have any camera battery left. You know, usually I check to see if this is recording and I didn't earlier, and now I've just pressed the button and been like, oh thank goodness it recorded all right. Yeah, I'm still super pleased that I bought this bikey. I love it. Look at her. Needs a bit of a clean. Yeah, this is where my camera is on the front too. With that's not poo. I think that's a dead fly. You know, googly eyes. Right, I'm gonna go now. That's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching my ramblings. I've really enjoyed making this video actually. I'm not used to holding a camera, am I? Where am I going? There. Yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.